right, here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
See, I'm bringing him in. See?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can hear you. She just was talking to me.
No way. You were going to go up. It doesn't matter to me which one I'm supposed to. Okay. You want to go first? Sure. Get it out. So what are we? Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Bill Murphy, Public Information Officer for the Thomas Fire. Thank you again for watching tonight. This is day 18 of the fire. Tonight, the fire is 272,000 acres, 272,600 acres, and some good news, the fire is at 65% containment. Here to provide more information on the current status of the fire is Chief Brown.
Good evening. Today is one of those days where our firefighters had to work hard to find smoke, work hard to find the hot spots on the fire line. They did find some, and they're out there cooling them off, working them, putting water on it, using their hand tools to stir it up, and to ensure that those hot spots are gone once and for all. The Santa Barbara front country, we still had it fairly well staffed, not quite like we've had it for the last few days, but again, they were scouring the ground looking for hot spots. We did do our firing operation again up on Highway 33. However, we had to wait for the snow to melt. So once they get snow melted, they started firing. They did get to the termination points for this phase of the firing operation. However, tomorrow they will be firing within that same perimeter to increase the depth. And throughout the east side of the fire, the fire's pretty much checked up. It's not having any movement, and we're continuing to decrease the staffing on the fire, but maintaining the appropriate presence. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Curt Vance, the incident meteorologist. And what a difference a day makes in the weather. You heard about we had the cold front come through yesterday with gusty winds from 50 to 60 miles an hour across Santa Barbara County and Ventura County. Heard about the snow up at 5,200 feet. I didn't believe it until they sent in pictures, and I actually saw snow on the ground, so that was quite a surprise. But today is a different story. The winds continue to die down across the area today. Now they're very light. We have really dry conditions. We've lost most of the moisture. There's a little bit of a pocket left up there north on the 33 highway up above Ojai, but that's rapidly evaporating, and the trend is for it to continue to dry out and get a little bit warmer. We're going to be battling some cold weather tonight because all the calm conditions and clear skies. It's going to allow the temperatures to drop into the 20s and 30s up there in the high country. It'll probably be in the upper 30s to near 40 down here along the coast, so it'll be a very brisk morning, but a warming trend will continue tomorrow, and the winds will remain light to offshore tomorrow in the 6 to 10 mile an hour range, so that's working in our favor. There may be a little bit of onshore component right along the coast into the front country of Santa Barbara with higher humidities, but the forecast will continue to be warm and dry as we go into the weekend before Christmas. And there's no signal right now in the computer models for any kind of future Santa Ana event, but we'll always be watching out for the sundowners and the winds to change. No precipitation is expected in the forecast for the next 7 to 10 days, and that's pretty much the forecast where we sit right now. So the red flag warning is still in effect technically for Ventura County, but that's mainly down along the border with Los Angeles County because the winds up here are pretty calm, so we're not meeting the wind criteria, but the relative humidities remain very low and the fuels remain dry. Thank you for your time.
Good evening. My name is Brendan Ripley, and I'm a fire behavior analyst for the incident. With 65% containment, there's not a whole lot to talk about from a fire behavior standpoint, but there are still areas, mainly the defensive firing that is going on the 33 corridor. And some individuals may ask why that's being conducted. This fire was being driven by northeast winds. When we talk about northeast wind, it's where the winds originate from. And it has moved the fire across the landscape to the southwest. The normal daily winds that we have come out of the southwest, which would want to move the open line that we have still on the fire up into that 33 corridor. So the tactical firing that is being accomplished there is to help to control the fire in the event that, because of the extreme dry conditions and the lack of forecasted rain, to ensure that we keep the fire within the control objectives that we've stated. We are working with the northeast winds that we have right now. It's red flag conditions for the area, but it's actually favorable conditions for the firing that is going on up there. And it will be probably conducted over the next couple days to accomplish the goals. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Todd Dermott, Incident Commander for CAL FIRE Team 4 with Chief Curt from Interagency Team 4. Tonight will be our last night up here. One of our partners, Chief Fontillo from Interagency Team 3, will be transitioning in. We've been working on that transition today, and you'll see more of them in the days to come. I also wanted to just remind everybody and ask the favor to keep Engineer Iverson's family and friends in your thoughts and prayers as we go into the holiday season. Our hearts and prayers go out to the community and the fire survivors. This is an amazing community, both here in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties. And both Jay and I would like to thank the communities for their cooperation, listening to the evacuation orders, assisting us by providing us information on local needs. And we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and look forward to coming back down to see the recovery of your community. Thank you.
Well, good evening. My name is Bill Ayub, Assistant Sheriff with the Ventura County Sheriff's Office. And this event was obviously unprecedented in size and scope and area of impact. And just wanted to take a moment to express the gratitude of the Sheriff's Office to all of those that took the time to pre-register with our electronic notification system, our VC Alert. That certainly aided us in making the rapid evacuations of the impacted areas that I really believe saved many lives. I'd also like to express my office's appreciation to the seamless work with our fire agencies, both at the local level and throughout the western United States with the thousands of firefighters that came to offer assistance to our county.
Good evening. My name is Marc Lorenz, and Fire Chief with the Ventura County Fire Department. Two things I want to do is, first is to just express my appreciation to the community. I am amazed but not surprised at our community's strength and resilience, both Ventura County and Santa Barbara County alike. And secondly, as Chief Ayub was just talking about, the cooperation between first responders, law enforcement, and fire alike was nothing short of amazing. And it's rare that we actually take the time to recognize the acts of our first responders, but I would like to say to all of them out there and to the communities that have embraced them, your firefighters, all 8,000 of them, and law enforcement also, came in and truly performed acts of true heroism. We are fortunate to be standing here. So much more could have been lost, but because of the cooperation of our communities and, as was said, our seamless cooperation between law enforcement and fire and OES, we are truly fortunate to be standing here and thankful to be moving into the holiday season embracing each other. Thank you again.
Are there any questions this evening? Okay, thank you again for watching. Good night.